Okay, in this video I'm going to go over a couple of markup tools in AutoCAD that you can use to mark up drawings, or when I say markup, I mean draw attention to areas of the drawing that you want to point out to someone. Uh, and the first one is Wipeout, and the best way to explain Wipeout is to just show you. Let's say, for example, that you wanted to write a note in this hatch. Well, if I use the single line text and just start writing um, in the hatch area here, you can see that the hatch kind of obscures it. And in fact, if the hatch were at a little tighter scale, it might even be hard to see what I was writing here, and that can get more and more dense, of course. But one way to avoid that is to actually use a wipeout. So let me erase that, and I will create basically an area on top of the hatch that doesn't alter the hatch in any kind of way, to give myself kind of a platform for my text. So I'll use the wipeout command. You can type out wipeout in the command line, or you can just use the button here. So I will just make an area for my wipeout. Now, unfortunately, your normal tools like Polar and Ortho don't seem to have any effect on um, whether this works or not. But you can see how it created basically an empty space for me to work with. And now I can go in and add text on top of that white space. Okay, so that's one type of markup tool, and you can just erase that, and it's a separate entity altogether. You can see that it actually took it out from underneath the text that I wrote. So Wipeout is one form of a markup tool. Another one is a revision cloud, and this is usually to draw your attention to a certain area, possibly to say that there's an error here, or this is something we need to look at further in the future. And you can just click on that. The command alias for Revision Cloud is REVCLOUD, and for those of you that aren't familiar yet with command aliases, that just means that you can type REVCLOUD into the command line, and you will, sorry, the screen's having trouble catching up. You can type that into the command line and it will enter the command for you. But once I start the Revision Cloud command, all I have to do is click once, and I can make any kind of motion with my mouse and bring it back to the starting point, and it will close for me. So I'll just left click, I'm going to do a circle, and then it closed. I only click once. I could re-enter the command, and I could actually do something rectangular. And of course you can change the size of the arcs, so on and so forth. And then once you do your revision cloud, of course you can either use single line text or multi-line text to fill in the area. Now of course I don't have wipeout here, that's a separate command altogether. But again, you can use mtext to write a message, or you can use single line text like I just showed there. mtext is multi-line, so it's actually like what you would use for a paragraph. So those are two types of tools in AutoCAD that you can use to mark up drawings. Again, they are Wipeout and Revision Cloud, and the command alias for Revision Cloud is REVCLOUD. And that concludes this video.